Imagine a weapon with the brute force of a battering ram and the precision of a surgeon. The brute force of a battering ram and the delicate precision of a surgeon's scalpel. A machine that looks forged in fire, a 62-ton behemoth of British steel. Designed to survive the apocalypse. We are talking about the Challenger 2 main battle tank. Not just a wall smasher or a noisy brute, or a bird scarer. On Ukraine's muddy battlefields, it has a new job. It has become, as crews say, a sniper rifle. A very, very big one. This isn't about glorious cavalry charges anymore. That gets you turned into a wreck by a cheap drone. Ukrainians saw something different in this machine. Not a spearhead, but a long-range enforcer. Parked miles from the action, hidden by trees. Spot, load, and deliver 120 meters with pinpoint accuracy. A frontline brawler turned standoff assassin that changes the game. The Challenger 2's journey to Ukraine began with a bold gamble. Britain broke the deadlock in early 2023 as Ukraine's Soviet-era fleet was ground down. Allies hesitated under threats of escalation. Sending heavy armor felt like crossing a line. Then, Britain announced 14 Challenger 2s. Small in number, enormous in significance. The first premier Western MBT committed to the fight. Ukrainian crews trained hard in Dorset. Built 1993-2002. Standard but feared. They kept the famed rifled main gun. Local crews added slat armor against drones. 14 was a drop in the ocean, but it cracked the political dam. Morale surged. The sky did not fall. Allies were emboldened. Floodgates opened. Abrams, Leopard 2s, and more followed. Armored brigades gained a vital edge. The plan? Spearhead the 2023 counteroffensive. Reality hit. Layered defenses bled the assault dry. At its heart is protection. Second-generation Chobham, codenamed Dorchester. A secret composite of metals, ceramics, and more. Think of it as a metallic onion that disrupts heat. It is exceptionally effective against anti-tank missiles. Protection here means lives saved for a crew of 4. Ammunition is isolated, with blowout panels directing explosions away. NBC protection lets crews survive in contamination. Built for a worst-case World War III. More room than Soviet contemporaries. It has the BV, a built-in boiling vessel, hot brews and rations without leaving cover. Even a rudimentary toilet for long ops. Vital when drones punish anyone exposed. These touches boost morale and focus. Documented hits. Crews lived, tanks returned. One commander said the tank inspires confidence. A mobile sanctuary as much as a weapon. Crew-centric design keeps veterans in the fight. If armor is the shield, the main gun is the rapier. Unlike most NATO tanks, Challenger 2 uses a rifled gun, a 120mm L30A1 with spiral grooves. Forces rounds to spin for gyroscopic stability. Think a perfect spiral for a 5-mile shot. The result? Sniper-class accuracy at range. It excels with HESH ammunition. HESH flattens, detonates, and creates lethal spall. Devastating against buildings and bunkers. Highly effective versus thin-skinned targets. Ukraine's war rewrote the armor playbook. The charge gave way to quadcopters. Cheap FPVs hunt heat and gaps in armor. They strike top armor and engine decks. $1-million tanks beaten by $1,000 threats. Ukraine adapted after costly offensives. They pulled tanks back and repurposed them. Challengers became mobile, precise artillery, operating from tree lines behind infantry. Drones scout deep and mark targets, from bunkers to artillery and troop clusters. Challenger 2 dials in a precise HESH shot. 1 or 2 rounds often suffice. Drones provide instant battle damage assessment. Shoot, scoot, and hide from counter-battery. Heavy armor mitigates risk if found. Even under drone threat, standoff reduces exposure. Distance fire softens defenses for infantry gains. Lesson: smart employment beats raw mass. This is how a tank becomes a precision enforcer. Its greatest asset also creates a logistics crunch. L-30A1 gun production lines shut years ago. So did the lines for its specialized ammo. Every round fired shrinks a finite stockpile. Rifled barrels need work at 500 rounds versus $1,500 for an Abrams smoothbore. By March 2024, only half were operational, not destroyed, waiting on spares and time. The UK extended support to train and supply. Battlefield repairs accelerate, but parts are finite. It weighs 62.5 tons with a 1,200 HP engine. Lower power to weight than Abrams. On firm ground, it's fine. In seasonal mud, it bogs down. Mobility limits where it can fight. Effectiveness is bounded by logistics and a shrinking pool of parts and specialists. Ukrainians must use it judiciously. Leverage strengths while rationing finite resources. Genius born of limits as much as capability. This story is about adaptation and ingenuity. Takeaway 1. Protection works and saves lives. Heavy armor and crew-first design pay off. Takeaway 2. Precision is priceless. A long-range sniper role maximizes impact with less risk. Tanks, drones, and infantry in concert redefine roles. Takeaway 3. The supply chain is the Achilles heel. Standardization matters. The world moves to smoothbores. Challenger 2s are too few to decide the war, and too demanding to be everywhere at once, but they broke the political deadlock and showcased tactical evolution. They gave crews a fighting chance to come home. Superlative armor and unmatched accuracy together. Protection, precision, and smart tactics win days. The tank's role is changing, but its value endures. Used wisely, it is a precise, protected hammer. Subscribe to stay up to date on modern warfare systems. Old dog, new, and very effective tricks. The Challenger 2 remains a magnificent piece of engineering.